And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. I'm your host, the RPG guy, and we now gotta make our way through a forest of darkness, and it's surrounded by enemies. Ah! Luckily, these guys aren't too bad, but bad enough that you should be weary. The killer wasp is probably annoying, more annoying than dangerous. You know what we should do, actually, because I just said that. Let's do this team up here. And I believe they're all weak to fire. The plant dudes are. And, yeah. So you can see that wasn't enough to kill. Yeah, there we go. So we lucked out with a crit. So those bee enemies have quite a plentiful amount of health that we would want to be weary of. But we're going to hit them with a fireball. And the best part is, again, there's no bosses coming up. None of that that we have to necessarily worry about. But we're now going to start getting into enemy battles where, unless we use up a lot of MP, we're not going to be able to win them in one round. Because you just witnessed how we couldn't do it just now. So there's going to be some variables here in how we go forward. And whatnot, and I need to remind myself every once in a while to use that thief staff. But let's take a look at some of these other enemies here. So we saw the killer wasp and the fly trappers. So now we have the giga ant. The giga ant is a giga asshole because they're kind of, I believe, they're immune to all magic. I want to say they are all magic. Yeah, I believe they are immune to magic. Yep. So that's going to be an issue in and of itself. So what we'll do is we'll have her just try to steal from one. Because this is getting to the point where, like I said, we can't just use magic to one-shot win our battles like we could in pretty much every battle before. So the best thing for us to really do in this juncture is to try to take enemies out one at a time, most threatening to least threatening. And we're going to have to start absorbing damage. But in this respect, this allows Lumina to do a lot of thievery, which I'm okay with. Which doesn't always work, I believe, but there was nothing to steal. No! Excuse me. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. But yeah, so we're going to figure, look at that damage, that's almost 30 a hit. Again, that's why we want to kill off these ant bastards quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so we'll go ahead and then we'll kill the ant dude, because he should be almost dead. There we go. And we'll let Lumina steal from one of these plant monsters and see if they have something to steal. Though, again, you just want to do it as much as possible. And you really only want to do it if it's stuff you don't have a lot of. So that's something to break down to. I know this sounds very complicated, but yeah. We're going to have Lumina try to do a lot of stealing. Just to see what we can get out of enemies. Alright, so these battles aren't that hard. You just have to be weary of what's going on. So, there's one other enemy you haven't gotten to see yet, and I don't know. Let's just do this. It's not a long dungeon, so it's not like we're hurting ourselves by doing this, really. I'll just have her steal, I guess. At least try for it. So I'll show you this fight, but until we reach, there's one other enemy type I think that's in this dungeon we haven't run into yet.
Dodge this!
Which we'll talk about when we get there. We're being poisoned!
I'll take care of this!
So I'm assuming that these enemies just have nothing to steal. It's been a while since I've used the thieves staff in the playthrough. So in this playthrough, I'm actually going to be using it more often than in previous playthroughs. because I'm actually I want to try to see if we can figure out what can be stolen and what doesn't, you know, what can't be stolen. So I have some mild interest in wanting to know the answer to that. But let's just assume, for argument's sake, that we can't steal from either of these enemies. From any of the enemies that are out there. The only one we haven't tried was the bee enemy, so we'll have to check that out later. There's the big win. Alright. So yeah, I don't recommend grinding levels here because yes, there's these 3 enemies right in the beginning, but I think the next ones are a little further up the road and it takes a while to get to them. That and these enemies are pretty rough. They hit pretty hard. Well, technically there's 4 enemies, right? Okay. There's 4 enemies to work with. And all that good stuff. Alright, let's keep moving here. We head up and over. We get a vigor ring. Before we get into a fight, let's take a look at it. The vigor ring cannot be paralyzed. That's a pretty good deal. Now that gets into an area in which I would say we probably don't need the luck ring. The vigor ring is a better deal. To not have the healer get paralyzed. Other status effects like sleep can easily be fixed by getting hit with a melee attack anyway. But when it comes down to it, one's ability to not take damage from paralyze. Well, paralyze is a little worse because that doesn't ever seem to fix itself except for long periods of waiting. So that's my issue with being paralyzed. And you don't want your healer to be that out of commission. So I would have qualms with that.
I'll take care of this.
Let's see if we can steal from the bee. Nope. I'm not sure off the top of my head if it's a luck issue or if the enemy type has to actually carry something to steal. I think it's a little of both. But it's not like Grandia where it tells you exactly what the enemy has. You heard he couldn't be paralyzed. Probably gonna want to do some AoE attack or something because yeah, these bees are paralyzing everybody. Bad at this juncture. They don't like wind, well I give them lots of wind.
Ferocious wind!
We're taking a lot of extra damage here. Primarily because I didn't properly go after these bee enemies, these killer wasps, right out the gate, which I might start doing a bigger focus on with our offensive abilities. But that's alright. Mistakes can be made as long as you recover and murder your foes. Boop. And we'll give a little buffer to everyone else. A little bumper of health there. Which ended up filling everybody, so I'm not going to complain. So we got 2 enemies here and a flyer enemy up here, I believe. Oh, here's our new enemy type, so let's get that in. The bird enemy, which are blood birds, which pretty much translates to they're going to dick around with stealing HP from us. Just calling it as I know it's going to be. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to work on them. Let's do that. Oh, this is because lightning and earth run the same. Darn it. I thought we would have them separate. I don't remember this. So it looks like we can't have both. But we're going to keep this for now because that's kind of cool. You know, let's give her a whirl. No harm in trying her out. Even though she's going to go last.
Gypsy magic!
too spread out. Be nice if we had them come together.
I'll take care of this.
Nice. So non-elemental damage in the 170 something range, which means it can't really be defended against. Probably by anything, because it's still technically a magic attack. So I don't see anybody actually resisting it, or being able to resist it. So it's probably a pretty good damage dealer, one way or the other. But ultimately, that's not what we're going to be doing long term. But for right now, it's the only negative is it's very costly. So, but we will have other accesses to Earth magic later. So she's not going to have that on her forever. We burn through Ron farther than P because I'm busy experimenting with different strategies out of curiosity. Let me go ahead and clear out these two enemies here. And hero levels, yay! 1 to attack, 1 to defense, 2 to agility, 2 to speed, 2 to wisdom, and 2 to magic defense, and battalion sword is learned. Yes! It's a pretty good skill, my friends, as it does line damage. Which, for a lot of these fights, that's actually pretty good. So, maybe we should demonstrate. How much MP do we have? We have maybe enough. We have enough. Dash and slash and align. But you know what? This isn't a good fight to do it, because every enemy that we need to hit with a strong attack is kind of spread out. So we won't do that. So let me just go ahead and deal with these guys. Alright, let's keep moving here. Delicious starlight. And let me clear out some more enemies. And Ronfar gains a level with 2 to attack, 1 to agility, 1 to wisdom, 2 to magic defense, and he learns recovery coin was learned. May revive fainted allies. Nice. I believe that recovery coin works on all allies, but it's a chance that it may not work, I believe. We'll double check that. Yeah, so it's a revive for all allies, but it's not a guarantee, whereas this is a guarantee at 12 for a single one. It's cheaper, but it's also a luck-based ability, so well, when it kicks in when you really need it, it's when you need a Hail Mary, that's usually what you go to. And Jean gains a level, yay! 2 to attack, 3 to agility, 3 to speed, nice, and 1 to magic defense, and Lamina levels as well with 2 to attack, I don't care, 3 to wisdom, nice, 3 to magic defense, and 1 to range, which we also don't care about. Because, yeah, range is negligible. Really quick, we're going to take this moment to get another big heal because Jean took a 120 hit pot shot from the flying bee enemy. So, the killer wasp, I believe. So, we'll come back and get this guy in a minute because he's going to just hide out down here. You know, technically you run right by him and not even deal with him. But we get the warrior's crest. Now, this is the item of interest in my opinion. So, we have a Shiro crest. Yeah, that's going to get put on the back burner now. As we put on the warrior crest, increases the user's attack. Cool. And then we're going to use the power crest. Powers up other crests worn. Ooh, yeah. It's going to be hot. So now I'm in a good place, my friends. You'll see what I mean in due course, of course. So let's go ahead and just as an example, we'll just fiddle with this a little bit more. Why not? Let's see. He couldn't kill one in one hit, but then again, he just leveled, so...
Dodge this!
I can. So, yay!
I'll take care of this.
double check on that too before we move on. I put on the wrong one, didn't I? Wait. Let's do some regular attacks here. I actually stole with Lamina. We stole from the bird enemy one of the. Well, that's right. He can't run as far. Whoops. We stole one of the. We stole a resurrection item from the bird enemy. So. So I'm more convinced that it's a chance of stealing rather than actually getting the steal. A guaranteed steal. Yeah, that's a little bit of an improvement there. Not sure if it's an improvement because of the power crest, though. Let me see here. I know I'm burning through tons of MP, guys, but we're almost out of here. So it's not like we got much further to go. Disables magic and techniques, but grants full attack power. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's pretty cool. That's not what we want, though. No, let's just leave it as is for now. That is pretty awesome when you think about it. See, it seems like it alters this stuff. Not sure if it's really doing anything. Let's take it out really quick because we know it did 92. We're gonna experiment with this. I might do some off-screen experimenting in various battles. Just to see if there's like a consistency. I'm actually quite curious if combining those two things, if it doesn't turn yellow, are you really getting any benefit out of it, right? Because that raises a very big question as far as I'm concerned.
Huh? The road's underwater. I can fly across, but what are you guys gonna do? Swim? Oh, pooh, this is mega rotten timing. I didn't think that the floodgate would be closed. The water's too cold for us to swim across. If the water level is so high, I bet they'll open up the gate by tomorrow morning.
Well, gang, let's set up camp and think up a bunch of scary stories to tell around the fire. That way all you ladies can cuddle close to the heroic Ronfar. Geez, I think Ruby went into a coma before she finished chewing the last of her fish. I haven't seen someone pass out like that since I flashed that priestess in Larpa Sanctuary.
You're a cute little fish, aren't you? Now get into my bellies!
You know, when she isn't busting my chops... You know, when she isn't busting my chops, Red's almost kind of cute. Don't tell her I said that, of course. Anyway, by tomorrow we should reach Pentagoulia. It's kind of hard to believe that we're almost to the end of our journey, huh? I know we haven't known each other for long, but we've surely had our share of adventures.
I'm grateful that you allowed me to join you, hero. If I hadn't met you, I'd still be running away from my past with the Shadow Dragon cult. I'm happy that I met you too. I was so depressed when Mother was kidnapped, but before I knew it, I was swept away with your charisma and charm.
Thanks, Lamina. I'm just trying to help you and Lucia, that's all.
And speaking of Lucia, she's certainly changed since I first met her. Yes, she has. She barely used to talk, and now she sings for any kid who will listen. I only sang because the children asked me to, but I will admit that I enjoyed it. Spoken like a lover of the spotlight.
Well, gang, we have to get up early, so I'm following Ruby's lead and going to Dreamland. Or as Ruby's dreaming of fish, I'm dreaming of hookers and blow. Huh? Lucia, where did she go? Yeah, it tastes like healing. Starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may see some hot Lucia tatas tonight. Speak of the devil. Hero, saving the world with the power of boners. Plumber's cracks never looked so good. Power of boners. Power of boners. His boners reaching maximum level.
Who's there?
You fiend! Power of boner. Waning. Weakening. And it's gone. So it looks like apparently the humanity being put into Lucia has made her a bit more self-conscious. Lucia?
Don't look, hero.
Right, okay, not looking.
And don't stand there. Go away.
Right, okay, going away.
I can't believe Hero did that. But why am I upset? Jean is right. I have changed into the female anime version of William Shatner. Good morning, Hero. Hi, Lucia.
Good morning.
Hello, Ruby. What's wrong? You're both acting weird. Did something happen to you two last night?
Naked? I mean, nothing. Nothing happened at all, Ruby. It looks like the water's drained. Now we can cross the other side. Had to be Ronfar. The city of Azado is now within reach, dear friends. And then it's just a sweet sunset sail from Azado to the holy city of Pentagoulia. I have a friend in Azado who should be able to set us up with a bitchin' boat.
We're going to be sailing. Yay! Come on, Hero. Let's go.
Bitchin', huh? Yeah, you never thought you'd hear that in a frickin' JRPG from this era. Because this game has balls. Big, sweaty, glowy balls. Why are they glowing? Because Lucia put a curse on them for peeking at her while she was swimming. Alright, let's keep moving here. Oh, my stars and garters. If we made it this far, Pentagoulia should be no problem. The first order of business to head to the shrine and see an old acquaintance. After that, we can make arrangements for a ship. Well, first things first, Ronnie boy, is loot. Another delicious bit of money. We don't really use life jewels. They're probably faring pretty badly right now. Safety helmet. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your hats behind. But if a hat won't dance and if it won't dance, it's not a safety hat of mine. Head protection of head protection of unknown origin. You mean modern day origin? I believe any male character anyway can wear this hat. The question is, who really needs it? It's probably Ronfar. Yes, he'll lose some wisdom. It's unfortunate. It'll give him... It doesn't give him that much, really. It only gives 2 there, but it gives him 3 to defense. Lowers his wisdom and gives him 2 to luck. It's really not that good. I always thought it was better than this. I don't know now. I don't know if I want to give it to anybody. If anybody is going to get it, it'll probably be Ronfar. Yeah, his wisdom goes down a little bit, but he's hurting in the defense department, so we'll give it to him for now. It's not bad. It's not great, but Oh, this one, I believe we have to go shop. wait, no. Okay, we'll come back to here in a minute. And we get an angel ring, which we will hold on to pretty much till end game. Alright, let's go to the store. Because the stores are your friends. And let's see, Smash Saber, Rune Sword, all stuff from before, except for Jean's fan. Vividly decorated and very deadly. I'm surprised it's called Jean's fan, like they designed it just for her, with her in mind. So let's pick up one of those. So Platinum Shield is new, we'll pick that up for Hiro. Platinum Bracelet. Yep. Ceremonial clothes. Yep, that'll be nice. Jean's dress. I know, I'll read all the descriptions in a minute. Platinum helmet. Nice. Good reason why we didn't put it on him, but the charm bandana. So, the charm bandana gives him the same defenses as he had better before. The safety helmet. So really, the only thing it gives him is a little more luck. We'll put the charm bandana on him. Okay, so let's take a look. Buy two and go double platinum. Enhanced defensive ability. Couldn't think of anything for that. Worn for religious rituals. Gorgeous or gaudy. Lightweight helm of white metal. And charms the ladies, that is. Oh god, kill me that. Okay, so let's go ahead and equip the gear. So now there's a platinum set of gear on Hiro. Again, I still think this is the better deal. The +2 to charm is pointless. Which then puts in question, what's the point of the safety helmet? Because it's not better than what you can buy. Well, there is an answer I can give you, is that you may not have as much money as we do. You know, if you didn't grind earlier at some point, you're probably going to be strapped for cash and not have the kind of money needed to benefit from stopping, you know, and buying gear. So it falls into a question of you just don't have the money. So because we did that extra grind, look, we barely had enough money too, but because we did the grind sessions that we did, we have the money to afford pretty much everything. So I'm gonna probably hold on to the safety helmet for a little while longer, not much longer. We're gonna go ahead and dump that stuff like so, and I think we're rather good. Yeah, the only thing that's not equipped on people are crests. That's because I questioned some of these crests already. You know what? For Ronfar, for Ronnie here, we're gonna put the Shiro crest on him. Oh god, it really hurts his wisdom though. Ew, let's not. Let's say we did. Whereas I don't care if it hurts his wisdom. But I want to check out this guy, the power crest with the warrior crest. If they don't really add, see, it doesn't seem like it adds anything. So if it doesn't add anything, then we'll put the Shiro crest back on him, and then we'll pass the power crest to somebody else, and whatnot. So, okay. We're all geared up. We're all geared up. So let me think here. We've done all that. So let's go this way. You know what? Let's check out the item shop really quick while we're here. No. Angel's Tear. That's what that one enemy dropped. I think we're good on everything else. 2 Angel's Rings, which is always awesome. Yeah, we're pretty much set in what we need. Let's go ahead and we'll make a save, because saving it again is your friend. And we'll move on. Yay!
Will you look at that, the hero? It's amazing! study much? I've never seen a statue of Athena this immense. It is amazing, but for some reason it seems kind of creepy. It is Athena, isn't it? Strong magical power. This is Athena's power. No, wait. I'm wrong. It's something different. Something not of Athena.
You know, it's strange. There shouldn't be a goddess statue like this in this city. I wonder why. Well, the only way to get to the bottom of this is to enter the shrine.
Yeah, why would he know about it? Okay, so just making sure there's no chests. Who might you be? Well, don't just stand there. Kneel at once and give thanks, cretins. What kind of nerve do you have to talk like that? Our business isn't with you, Buster. And we don't appreciate your mega-grating attitude. We've come to meet with the High Priest of Azado. Huh? Well, you must not be from around here. I am the High Priestess. I am the High Priest of Azado, Jamil. That's not the name of the High Priestess. Ronfar, say something already. Alright, Jamil, stop babbling grand delusions in your sleep. Tell us where the real High Priest boss is. Oh, what? How do you know that? I should have known. It is you, isn't it, Ronfar? In the flesh, my underachieving acquaintance. Looks like you've been busy while I've been away. Yes, but it's partially thanks to you, buddy. Well, I always did have a soft spot for the run of the litter. But look at you now. You're not the run I knew. But then I suppose even runts have to grow up sometime. Well, despite the ribbing you always dish out, I'll always be grateful to you, Ronfar. You hadn't protected me when the others teased. I don't know what. Well, that's all water under the bridge now. Your friends know that you were the teacher's pet in school? Yes, Ronfar here was the one we all expected to be the first high priest. Talk about unexpected. You mean Ronfar was some kind of prodigy? What happened? Time and circumstance, my furry tormentor. Time, circumstance, women, wine, parties, hookers, blow. You know, general temptation stuff. But enough of that. Where's old man boss, Jamil? Tell him Ronfar's here. I'm sorry, Ronfar. I wasn't joking. Priest boss was removed. He's not here. I truly am the high priest now. What? Fired? That's crazy talk. He disobeyed the teachings of the goddess. His release was not unexpected. I won't believe it. I must speak directly with him. Well, his house in town has a bright red roof, so it's easy to find. But I would not speak with him if I were in your shoes, old friend. It might not be good for your long-term health. Just a bit of friendly advice for you to take or leave. In other words, shifty business. So, bright red roof, it's gotta be this one. I'll do as much as I can to help the priests of the chosen. They're all telling me that if I continue, Father may be allowed to return. Could it? Is it? Are you? Could it? Is it? Are you boss's son, Porum? Well, I'll be a monkey's mama. You are little Porum after all. You sure have grown, kiddo. But I guess that's the way things work. Do you remember me? It's your old Uncle Ronfar. Uncle Ronfar? I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Are you a friend of Father's? Well, you were a pretty young tyke when I was first here last. Well, you were a pretty young tyke when I was here last. It's no big surprise that you don't remember old Ronfar. It's no wonder he can't remember you. I'm traveling with you and I try to forget. Ouch, hey now, Ruby, no call for that. Porum, what's going on out there? Has a visitor come? Well, this is a pleasant surprise, Ronfar, my old friend. What brings you here? I'm doing fine, and it's a long story. But we'll get to that later. For now, I have a favor to ask you, my friend. Yes, there's always time for a favor for a friend. Let's get in out of the cold. My bones aren't the way they were in the old days. Come in. Shifty shit. Indeed. The issues you raise are troubling, though I have suspected as much. But to
Pentagoulia, I really do wish to aid you, but I've been... Boss, what's going on in this city? I thought I knew what was up here, but things have been turned upside down. First, that creepy statue was erected, and I usually prefer my thing erected, but not in this case. Then you're removed as High Priest. What's next? Alas, yes, it's a long story, complete with twists, turns, and betrayals. But the full story is better left unsaid for the present. There are unfriendly ears about, and they seem to hear even the faintest whispers. What news could you have that is so difficult to impart to me? Ronfar, it is difficult news, you see. All the problems in Azado began exactly 1 year ago, when Lady Maori arrived. Maori? Maori's been in the city? Lady Maori speaks long and often of swearing obedience to the Chosen. She taught that those who didn't follow the Chosen would burn in holy fire, but her teachings fell on deaf ears at first because Azado is a free city with gentle people. Nobody believed they had transgressed and true teachings of Althena. That's transgressed the true teachings of Althena. For the teachings of the Chosen and those of Althena were supposed to be the same. However, soon our fair city was consumed by the fire of furious anger. Maori's prophecy had come true, and for reasons no one could fully understand. All we knew was that the fire was not holy, but evil. While the priests lectured that the gods' punishment was meted out because we lacked faith, they promoted new doctrines that fed on the fear and uncertainty of the masses. It was less than 3 days before I was ousted as high priest. But Maori was always such a kind, gentle. What's happened to her? Say, Ronfar, did you see the big flames on the palm of the goddess statue? That is said to be the flame of the red dragon. It is a fire that is supposed to consume the enemies of the Chosen. It has come to be known as the symbol of Lady Maori's anger lately. All the townspeople are terrified of that fire. Who is it? So sorry, Father. What is it, Porum? Are you going to go play again? Yes. Be certain to return before darkness falls. Evil roams about after nightfall. Yes, I know, Father. I'll not forget, I promise. My word, that was close. I feared that he might be of the Chosen. Were they to hear what I just said, I am certain they would not be pleased. What is with this terror of nightfall? What happens after dark? Well, according to the teachings of the Chosen, it is forbidden to be out after dark. They say that evil will snatch your soul. Well, then it sounds like night will be the perfect cover for us to sneak onto a boat.
Yes, that's a beautiful idea.
Yes. I'm afraid that a boat may be the only way to get to Pentagoulia now. If that's what you've decided to do, then why not wait here and rest until night falls? Alright, let's take a break. I'm glad you've accepted my hospitality so graciously. Rest here and think of my home as yours. Thanks again, boss. You know what they say about a friend in need. Well, that's me this time. And I won't be forgetting what you've done this time. Well, that's nice of him. But yeah, there's some shady shit going on for sure. So if we head for the dock, the ship to Pentagoulia should be there now, right? Yes, it's probably the largest ship there, so there should be no way to mistake it. The Chosen here are controlling ship traffic between Azado and Pentagoulia. They've been more and more militant about it lately. I'm not certain what's up, but please be careful. No problem, old buddy. Thanks again. I'll let you know how it turns out. So let's make a save really quick. Because we'll be good. Do. Let's move. Oh no. Why do I recognize that vessel? So this is our ride to the Holy City, huh? It's a lot bigger than I thought it'd be. Hero, you of all people should know the size doesn't matter unless it's a money pouch. I have a funny feeling, and not the one in my no-no zone. I've seen this ship somewhere before.
What's wrong, Ronfar? Aren't you happy that we're finally on our way to Pentagulia?
Yeah, of course I am. I guess I'm just a little loopy from lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep? I thought it was because you were dropped on your head a lot as a kid. You should be happy, Ronfar. Look at how happy I am.
Ruby, you retard, put out your fire breath or... Who's out there?
This is bad. Very, very bad.
What are you doing here?
We were just gonna ask you the same thing, Leo.
Seize them before they attempt an even more pathetic retort. Come on, Leo, give us a chance to talk our way out of this.
Whoa, my nipples.
How does it feel, hero, to know that all your schemes and tricks were for naught? How does it feel to know that I have emerged victorious? It makes me sick, actually. I have many questions to ask you, hero. Get over here! And don't try anything stupid. Finally, the White Knight has come back to Azado and found the Destroyer. You will not escape your fate again, Destroyer. You will be slain by the sword of justice. Lucia is not the Destroyer. Why won't you understand?
How dare you call Lucia evil when the Chosen are the ones committing the evil in Azado? That's right, Leo. We know exactly what you're doing to these poor people.
Silence! I will not listen to your meaningless accusations against the Chosen. Search the male prisoners first, and be careful. They're liable to try anything to escape, especially Tricky Dick Ronfar. As you command, Lord Leo. You really don't know what's going on in this town, do you, Leo? What do you need, Ronfar? Have you something to say? Then say it now. Here's the deal, Leo. We found out the Chosen of Azado. What was that? Well, there's the stuff of nightmares for you. Reep, deep, deep. Well, that can't be good.
All hail Satan.
The horror. The horror. I do hope you enjoyed that display of your power, Lucia, for it will be your last. Enough with the macho talk, Leo. Calm down and listen to what I have to say. The Chosen are causing this firestorm to put the fear of Althena into Azado's citizens. They've told these people that they have to join the Chosen or suffer Althena's wrath. Look at the flame, Leo. It's just like the flame that burns in the palm of the statue. Do you see? And the person controlling these firestorms is... Enough, Ronfar. You might be able to fool others with your lies, but I know you too well. Now watch as I cut out the black heart of the Destroyer and feed it to the vermin. Ronfar's telling the truth, Leo. Ball said the fire is actually the flame of the Red Dragon to be used on Althena's enemies. Balls, the High Priest? He said that to you? You're scared, aren't you, Leo? You're afraid of the truth. It's because your service to the core means everything to you. Afraid? This is neither the time nor the place to debate such matters. My only concern at this moment is to save the town of Azado from destruction. Soldiers, free Hero and Ronfar from their bonds. As you command, Lord Leo. Leo, you and Ronfar will guide me to Balsa's home so that I might hear his claims for myself. Your companions will remain here as my prisoners to ensure your cooperation.
What? I think you just like seeing girls tied up, you pervert. Go on, you guys. The sooner you return, the sooner Lamina will stop screaming. I feel a very strong magical force coming from the flames, Hero. Please be careful.
We will, Lucia, and I promise we'll be back for you soon. So this is actually a way, in a sense, to get a little stronger, but we'll take a look at... Leo actually has Dine's sword. He's got some platinum gear. We can't alter his equipment at all. We can't really mess with him too much. but he is significantly stronger than the rest of us. He comes with earth magic, and he comes with some sword attacks as well, so kinda cool. And then Ronfar is doing Ronfar things. So, apparently the proverbial shit has hit the fan as there are enemies everywhere, and this is a really good place for us to stop for right now, guys. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and when we come back, we've apparently got to save the town of Azado from burning in the rings of hell, because firestorms are coming and burning everybody alive! No, I'm just kidding. Joke it up. Jokes aside, we're going to do a few things that'll be fun. And I'm going to do this now than later. This is a great place to grind levels for Ronfar and Hero. It really is. So we're going to do some of that. Now, this is going to affect the other characters who aren't with us mildly. But the fact that we can sit here and just absorb lots of XP for free in easily won battles because Leo's with us is a great little thing. So I'm going to try to get some levels and knock all that stuff out. And then when we come back, we're going to go ahead and we are going to save the city of Azado. So I'm going to be a little bit stronger when we get back to help handle the chaos that's happening in Azado. So thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTardStudios. Watch me play games live. Watch Hobo, a head crab, a friend of mine. He's playing through a lot of RPGs, first time blind, and of games he's never played, and he's a big RPG fan from a decade that missed out on a lot of great RPGs. And we also have our Chairman of the Board tabletop show on Tuesdays and Sundays. Most Tuesdays, some Sundays as well. And you don't want to miss out on that. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.